capital market transactions. As mentioned yesterday, Dr. Hasan is an assistant professor of Islamic law and the former head of the Islamic law department at the Islamic University, International Islamic University in Malaysia. He's got 2 degrees in Sharia from Al-Azhar and Cairo, and also a PhD from the University of Wales. And I was honored to be on the same panel with him at this weekend's Harvard conference. Dr. Hasan.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Very good morning. While waiting for the slides. Is it ready? Yesterday we talked about the banking, retail banking practices. Today we take some of the investment banking practices relating to the capital market. Before we go into the slides, let me brief in terms of the development of Islamic capital market worldwide. There are in some countries, what they do is that the banking and the capital market, they go hand in hand together. In some countries like Japan, for example, what they intend to do is that the retail, because of there is not so much demand in terms of retail banking, Islamic retail banking, because the number of Muslims are very small, and they are cooperative with somehow cover the needs for the Muslims there in terms of retail, buying cars, buying house, and etc. etc. What they're looking into is to look more into the capital market products, into equities, into the issuance of Sukuk, into other what we call alternative fund and structured products and so forth and so on. In some other countries, they've also followed suit. South Korea, we were there last 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. Last 2 months, talking to the government of Korea, for example. They make it very clear that the assistance that they want from the Malaysian counterparty is how for them to develop Islamic capital market on loan. They are not looking into the retail because they said that the demand is not there for the retail. Okay, we've got it already. In some other countries, like Malaysia, like Indonesia, where we have large population, or in certain countries where we have significant minority Muslims, like Australia, for example, they are looking into both. They are looking into retail banking to cater for the need of Muslims, and also for Islamic capital market to be used by corporates, sovereigns, municipals, and so forth and so on. I think for Canada, the situation in Canada is like situation in UK, situation in Australia for that matter, where you have significant Muslim minority, where they need access to the banking. That's why we talked yesterday on the retail banking, and also the Islamic capital market, in which not only the Muslim can benefit from that, but also the government, also the sovereign, the municipal, the states. I also believe that here you have states as well, am I right? Provinces, and so forth and so on, under whatever name that you have. Our situation and Canadian situation, Malaysian situation are almost the same in that particular situation. So for the capital market, the benefit is not solely on for the Muslim, but also for the general public, including the government and the corporate. This is the, I think let me skip some of the presentation. Let us move directly to the issues of what we have in hand. Islamic investment is a very wide discussion on investment. What is investment? Anything that you put to generate income, to generate money is investment. In that is the understanding in conventional manner. In Islam, they are the same thing. Even if you refer to the verses of Quran and the tradition of the Prophet, what has been said in that traditions and also the verses of Quran is that it is encouraged for a Muslim not to leave their money idle in their house. You use the money, you spare the money for your contingencies, for your necessities. After that, you should then use the money for investment purposes. There are so many writing of the juries on how for you to invest the money, how for you to get the money grow, and so forth and so on. Classically, they don't use the word that we are using modern time. Istisma, the last one. Do you have any? No pointer, is it?
You want to go back?
No, it's okay. No, I'm talking at pointer to point. So the last one, the word investment, that is relatively new terminology. In classical word that has been used by classical juries, they use the word annama or istinma, is how for you to grow your money. And there are a lot of books, not only for individual, even there are specified books that talk for the government how for them to have resource mobilization. There are a lot of books like Al-Amwal, Abu Ubaid, Al-Kharaj, Abi Yusuf. All those classical books actually try to explain, try to mention to the state how for them to mobilize the resources that you get from the public, for you then grow the government, providing infrastructure, developing the country using the money instead of leaving the money within the houses of your population and so forth and so on. This basically what we have modern time, what we call investment, public resource mobilization in that particular situation. This has been seen and talked a lot in the classical manner. Thank you very much. All right. As I said, Islam urged humans to utilize the money for the benefit of the whole mankind. When Allah says in Quran, for example, كَيْ لَا يَكُونُ دُولَةً بَيْنَ الْأَغْنِيَاءِ مِنْكُمْ, for the money not to be circulated among the rich of you only. The intention is that for the rich then, give their money to those who can work for them for the purpose of generating income for everybody. The rich also will benefit from the money, and also those who have the expertise but has no money, they also can benefit from the money that has been held by the rich for that particular situation. And this is not only for Muslim. Even if you look at the history of Islam, you may get surprised that in major stages of Islamic civilization, those who work in the treasuries are non-Muslim. Were non-Muslim. They are the one who control with the trust from the government, control the treasury of the states. If you look at Harun al-Rashid, for example, the most well-known caliph of Abbasid Caliph, one of his main treasurer in the state was a Jew. So resource mobilization, the using of the money, circulation is not only for the benefit of Muslim alone, it's for the benefit of everybody for that particular situation. When I mentioned that in one of the meeting in South Korea, I said, are you sure, doctor, that in Islamic history there were non-Muslim working for the government? I said, I can give you names, a lot of names. Even people have books on the non-Muslim who work in the government for that particular situation. I said, what I have heard so far is that no, in Muslim countries, you are not allowed to have any good position at all. You can work as a clerk and everything. No, it's not true at all in the history of Islam. Yes, there are some problems here and there, but that does not mean that Islam propagated that issues. How we invest our money, I think you know better than me on that particular situation. You have your money, you are capable of doing your business, you do your direct business, or otherwise, you may want to indirectly invest your money through intermediaries. You go to the bank, you negotiate with the bank on the return, then you put your money to the bank. Or, more than that, instead of going to the bank, you want to go for a market in which the investor will get the benefit from your money directly, what we call the financial markets for that particular situation. This is the overview of the flow of fund through the financial system. As you can see, you can have it through the normal financial intermediaries, the banks, financial institutions, or you can go through financial market to bridge between the surplus unit and, this one should be deficit unit, the surplus and deficit unit for that particular situation. And when we talk about financial market, these are the main division of financial market. Equity market, fixed income derivatives. Equity markets, there are a lot of Sharia compliance equities according to various screenings methodology adopted in the world, you have Dow Jones, you have FTSE, you have S&P, you have MSCI Barra, and so forth and so on, in which they screen equities worldwide that comply to the Sharia for the purpose of investment.